Zbigniew Brzezinski was a Polish-American political scientist and diplomat who made significant contributions to U.S. foreign policy during the Cold War. He served as National Security Advisor to President Jimmy Carter from 1977 to 1981, during a time of great tension between the United States and the Soviet Union. Brzezinski played a key role in shaping U.S. foreign policy during this period, particularly in regards to the Soviet Union and the Middle East. Born in Warsaw in 1928, Brzezinski moved to the United States in 1938 with his family. He earned his undergraduate degree from McGill University in Montreal and went on to receive a PhD from Harvard University in 1953. Brzezinski began his career as a professor of political science, first at Harvard and then at Columbia University, where he became the director of the Institute for Communist Affairs. Brzezinski's academic expertise in Soviet and East European politics caught the attention of policymakers in Washington, D.C. He served as a foreign policy advisor to several Democratic presidential candidates in the 1960s and 1970s, including John F. Kennedy, Lyndon B. Johnson, and Hubert Humphrey. Brzezinski's most significant contribution to U.S. foreign policy came during his time as National Security Advisor under President Jimmy Carter. Brzezinski saw the Soviet Union as a primary threat to U.S. national security and worked to contain its influence through a combination of diplomatic, economic, and military measures. He advocated for increased U.S. support for anti-Soviet forces in Afghanistan and for the establishment of a rapid deployment force to counter Soviet military power. Brzezinski also played a key role in shaping U.S. policy towards the Middle East during the Carter administration. He saw the Arab-Israeli conflict as a key issue in the region and worked to broker a peace agreement between Israel and Egypt in 1978, which resulted in the Camp David Accords. Brzezinski also advocated for increased U.S. engagement with Iran and supported the Shah of Iran until his overthrow in 1979. After leaving government service, Brzezinski continued to be an influential voice on foreign policy. He wrote several books on U.S. foreign policy and international relations, including The Grand Chessboard, American Primacy and Its Geostrategic Imperatives and Strategic Vision, America and the Crisis of Global Power. Brzezinski's legacy as a foreign policy expert and strategist is mixed. While he was praised for his efforts to contain Soviet influence during the Cold War and for his work on the Camp David Accords, he was also criticized for his support of authoritarian regimes in the Middle East and for his role in the U.S. intervention in Afghanistan. Nevertheless, Brzezinski's contributions to U.S. foreign policy during a critical period in history cannot be overstated, and his ideas continue to shape discussions on international relations and U.S. foreign policy today. In conclusion, Zbigniew Brzezinski was a leading figure in U.S. foreign policy during the Cold War and beyond. His academic expertise, combined with his experience in government, allowed him to shape U.S. foreign policy in ways that continue to resonate today. While his legacy is complex, his contributions to U.S. national security and international relations cannot be ignored.